What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lazycast Video Game Edition. We are back so you can see me and Adan's top 5 personal favorite game list. So, without any further ado, let's get back to it.
Okay, Adan, list your top 5.
Okay. My number 1 game of all time would be Starcraft, the series. Starcraft funded South Korea's economy for over 10 years and it's still doing it today. It's a fucking national sport over there. These guys, I saw a fucking girl. Her name is Scarlet. She made over $135,000 worth of winnings in a span of 3 months playing Starcraft 2. The best player of all time, his name's Flash. He was part of ST or whatever, Startel Flash or whatever. I'm not too sure what team he was part of. But he came from Brood War, which was the first Starcraft expansion. That game was revolutionary. That game sustains itself to this day.
Staying power and influence of the world.
It takes so much skill and knowledge to play that game. I've been playing Protoss for over 17 years now, and I still haven't mastered the race. I'm still learning, and I'm a Masters League player. So it's a game that is art. It's a beautiful game if you know how to play it, and it's a man's game. It's no fucking game for pussies, because people get pissed playing that game. They quit. So number 2. All this talk about free roam, I'd have to say that Need for Speed Underground 2 or Need for Speed Most Wanted was a way better free roam game than GTA 3. But I wouldn't put Need for Speed in my top 5. Number 2 would have to be Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII, hands down, is probably the single greatest game of all time. The single greatest game of all time. There's no expansions to the game. There's no, anything else. It was just Final Fantasy VII. I spent years playing that game. As a child, watching my cousins playing that game. I remember he had level 99 on all characters, and he had beat Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon. That takes a long time. And the story alone in the game was so epic. The experience of the game was life-changing. It changed your life. It drew you in to the characters of the game. You became a part of the family. Final Fantasy VII was so revolutionary that I can't fucking understand why this guy has Super Mario Bros. As number fucking 2. That shit didn't change anybody's life except to fucking ruin it with rage because they couldn't defeat that stupid cannonball level. Number 3. Okay? Number 3. Now, this is going to be a controversial pick, but I'm going to say it. Number 3 is World of Warcraft. Okay?
Yeah, that's awesome.
More players have played the game of World of Warcraft than any other game in history. Millions of subscribers. Millions of people have played World of Warcraft. The experience that you share with people and the friendships you make in the game can last a lifetime. They can last a lifetime. 40-man raids on Ragnaros. That's bringing back the days where you would be like level 60, and it was from 1 to 60. It was just so hard to do to get to level 60, and then once you got to level 60, the entire game would change. It would become a completely different game, and you would have to rebuild and relearn the entire fucking sequence of things.
And definitely revolutionary for fucking MMORPGs.
It was so detailed. It was so technical.
Actually, this is one of the first fucking massive multiplayer.
The highest level players were like the best players. The highest level players had the most knowledge about what to do, what to counter, when to cast a spell. So World of Warcraft is number 3 in my opinion.
I think I agree with you on that one.
So we got Starcraft at number 1. Okay, the entire franchise.
Starcraft.
Number 2.
You know what? I thought about this in my head. You'll have to go with Starcraft 1 because I'm
Starcraft 1. Starcraft 1.
They narrowed it down to GTA 3, so it's the best one you think of in that series.
Starcraft 1 Brood War is number 1. Number 2
was. You don't remember your own number 2?
So, number 2 was Final Fantasy VII.
There you go.
Number 2 was Final Fantasy VII. Number 3 was World of Warcraft. Now, number 4. Number 4 video game of all time was Dota. It was a custom map. It was a custom game that was based off of the World of Warcraft, it was based off the Warcraft 3 engine. Okay, now Warcraft 3 comes really close to my top 5, but it's Dota. Okay, the reason why Dota is number 4 is because so many games have branched off from the design of Dota. There was one guy who designed Dota, but he didn't fucking copyright it. And League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth, and Dota became standalone, where they were making currency and making money off of another dude's design. So Dota, the original Dota, be it from Warcraft 3, is my number 4 ranking, because all of these MOBAs, these massive online battle arenas, 5 vs 5, all of these derived from a single fucking game, and that's Dota. League of Legends is a highly competitive team e-sport, which is an electronic sport, and it has generated so much income in the past 5 to 6 years. Look at the stats. The fucking stats don't lie. All the fucking statistics show that League of Legends was like way crazy up with numbers because of professional gaming and esports. Look it up. And it all derived from a single video game, and that was Dota. My 5th greatest game of all time is Shadow of the Colossus on the PlayStation 2. No loading screens, all free roam, and there was no monsters. The only things that you had to fight were these huge giants.
These huge giants.
These creatures. From way back in the day, you would have to go up and climb them. You'd actually, it was like a puzzle getting to them, because you would have to follow your light on your sword. And the graphics for the time, the graphics were just so great, and it was the first game to never have loading screens, and that brought a new era of what gamers expect from a video game. Loading screens. Nobody fucking likes waiting around seeing the fucking Bloodborne logo burn into your screen from the Dark Souls series. It like takes fucking 2 minutes to load through sometimes. Fucking single door, you walk through a fucking door, it takes like 2 minutes. That fucking Monster Boy, Wonder Boy and Monsterland save loading bullshit, that sucks ass, man. Anyways,
What's your top 5?
the Shadow of the Colossus was a great game. And the reason why is because it had no loading screens. And you're able to...
And that was the first one that's kind for no loading screens.
Yeah, and the graphics for its time.
And they still don't do games with no loading screens, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, dude.
They should be, because that would be fucking revolutionary for video games if they continued them.
It takes a lot of memory to do something like that. So, that was my top 5.
So, we'll get on to my top 5. At number 1, I am going to place Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Oh, fuck, I should have put that at number 5.
Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind was beyond revolutionary. The first ever, not, what will they call it? Not medieval, but it's like Middle-earth kind of territory. It was like the first one where you could have free roam and fully create your own character. The way he looks, the way he dresses, the way he is, his race and everything. Yeah, exactly.
Damn,
that is my number 1 because
my number 5.
Shut up.
That's my number 5. Fuck.
I remember the first time I made that game. I didn't make it. Bethesda made it. I did not. Bethesda made it. The first time I played that game, the character I created was a red guard named Behemoth. And the first thing I ever did with him, no codes, no nothing, I stole one of the most powerful swords in the game because I just randomly found it on top of a closet. If you play through that game, you know it's closet.
The Sword of White Woe. Fucking badass sword.
I took that, I was just raiding some fucking random place, because I was always a sneaky character. And since I learned that if you jump around everywhere, your acrobatics jumps up like fucking crazy. And I literally took that sword, killed my first guard with it, took his armor, and commenced massacring that entire town, including the people who I needed to keep alive. The ones that severed. And that was another thing. You could actually kill people who are important to the storyline, and if you do, you are not going to complete the game, which I think they should have kept.
And the pickpocketing idea was great.
Oh, it was fantastic. And the lockpicking. The first lockpicking, you actually sat there and had to turn this thing to find that one sweet spot. And if you did it wrong, you break like fucking 1,000 goddamn lockpicks. And it was so frustrating. And it was
a really good game. That was a really good
Striders?
game.
Or no, that's the fucking those fucking pterodactyl looking things that always fucking come up behind. I hated those. I hated those things so much. I can't bother remembering their name.
Yeah, but the best part in that game was when
best part for me was beating the storyline.
Yeah.
The first time I beat the storyline, I was just like,
what was his name? What was his name? Dagon.
Fucking Molag Bal.
Molag Bal.
Or no, not that was Skyrim.
No, yeah.
This was
Mehrunes Dagon. No.
Yeah, Mehrunes Dagon. It was Mehrunes Dagon. Yeah, he was the main enemy in the volcano on Morrowind.
Just the whole idea of the game was great.
And the fact that you could actually get to Mehrunes Dagon by yourself. But we're at 40 minutes.
That's easy number one, dude. Holy smokes, this guy got it wrong.
That was a easy fucking number one, definitely. My number two, though, this one, after careful consideration, has to be Baldurs Gate. You forgot about Baldurs Gate, didn't you? Baldurs Gate was the first PC game that I played. The fucking original PC version of this game was straight up Dungeons and Dragons. This was Middle Earth. This was fucking everything that you hoped it would be. You have to have literally, this was a 4-player, what do they call them? It was a questing game, definitely.
It was a 4-player, RPG.
Yes.
A role-playing game.
And it was...
Where each of your characters are,
important as shit. You needed a healer, you needed a tank, you needed a thief, you needed a cleric. You needed all the characters that you had on there, and if you didn't have a full team, you would have a fucking difficult as all hell time getting through.
Man, that game was sick! Dark Alliance was really good, too.
Yeah, it was. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer 2 Red Alert. Or Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, specifically. Because that was that and their expansion, because the expansion came with the game itself. Yuri's Revenge. If you play through the fucking campaign mode on that, and you will know who Yuri is, and you know how much of a bitch he is to kill. And how much of a bitch he is to get into his base alone. Everything, the mind control that he has underneath it, and the fact that it's
control.
He captures your fucking guys. And in Yuri's Revenge, you get to play as him.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up, and I can't give the credit to that style of game to Command & Conquer at all because Starcraft started it.
Well, Warcraft.
Oh yeah, Warcraft started it. But I like this one specifically because it brought in the idea of our troops fighting against foreign invaders or us invading someone else, and it was kind of it made it a little more real that you're like this high-ranking general just sending your troops to take over different places.
It was really fucking cool, especially the airstrike.
And then when you get into Yuri's Revenge, you get into a lot of like the propaganda stuff that was happening during the Cold War, that the Russians were experimenting with mind control.
Yeah, dude.
And it brings it all together, and like you have these psychic fucking these guys that literally float around and. I have to take my medicine. That'll happen. Sorry, phone. But then it just I absolutely loved that fucking game. And here's my number 4. This is why I was having such a hard time calling this one, because my number 4 favorite is Call of Duty 3 Modern Warfare.
Oh, fucking Battlefield. Oh,
that's my number 5. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat.
Shit. Halo. Fuck.
Halo does not make my top 5. It makes my top 10, not my top 5.
Definitely top 10.
But number 4, let me explain this one a little bit. Call of Duty has to make my top 5 because it is one of my favorite games of all time. It didn't make my top 3 because those three games, especially Morrowind, it is my favorite game of all time. But Call of Duty 3 Modern Warfare, the campaign of that alone will fucking make your heart twist. Like, seriously, I've been a Call of Duty player since way back in the beginning. Like, when everyone was playing Battlefield 2, I was playing Call of Duty. And me playing through the campaign of all of those and then getting to Modern Warfare and fucking actually getting to know these characters so well, like Price and fucking Soap and Soap Ramirez and fucking all of them, dude.
That was my name for a long time in Halo.
Which one? Soap, nice. And then, spoiler alert, Modern Warfare 3, when I played that campaign, or Modern Warfare 2, where Soap died.
Soap died, yeah. After he fucking goes and murders and everything.
And then another spoiler alert, Modern Warfare 3, when Price died. Oh my god, like, I was playing that game.
He never died, man.
And he fucking, no, that was Black Ops.
Oh.
But, fucking Modern Warfare 3, when he falls from that elevator, he falls from a fucking elevator and just no armor, no nothing. And I'm sitting there in a fucking Juggernaut suit, just, like, I was so pissed because he got shot down from there, and when the elevator landed, I'm just sitting there with 2 fucking light machine guns just laying these fuckers to waste, just so pissed off. Just like, no, you already killed Soap on me, you're not killing fucking Price. Well, and then number 5 will lay it on as Battlefield 2 because of their online play. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, fucking bringing on the online play, bringing on the OPs, the original fucking players, the fucking MV, or the MLG. The MLG motherfuckers dolphin diving and fucking glitching the shit out of that game. Like, you didn't have hackers on that game, you had glitchers. And I knew how to do a couple glitches because they were funny. Get under a house and just start shooting people in the feet. Or this one where you get outside the level and you can take an invisible bridge all the way to the top center of the level, and you can shoot people and they can't shoot you.
What?
So that would be my top 5 list, starting number 1, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Number 2 was Baldurs Gate. Number 3, it's Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. Number 4, Call of Duty 3 Modern Warfare. Number 5 was Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. Adan's personal top 5 is number 1, Starcraft 1. Number 2, Final Fantasy VII. Number 3, The World of Warcraft. Number 4 is Dota. And number 5 is Shadow of the Colossus. And that would be the end of this Lazycast, everyone. If you like this, smash that fucking like button. And as always, everyone, live very mental. Don't you listen to me anymore, you cocksucker. 50 fucking minutes.